What's up, everyone? This is Wolfhound44324 from Rage Wolf Productions, and today I'm going to be doing a little video on Beardies and their veggies. I want to start off by saying I know I made a video saying that I would be getting back into making videos for you guys, and I am, I promise. I've just been working quite a bit. I work 40 hours a week at the hospital, and, you know, it's very hectic, but I made a video because I made these pieces, like this corner piece here, and then this ramp piece for his basking site. I made these pieces out of styrofoam, grout, paint, and sealer, and I made a video, step-by-step process on how to do it, but the problem is I made them in short clips, and I'm trying to find a video editor that's going to allow me to push them all together so that it could be one video instead of several short clips, and it's just been giving me a rough time finding an editor that's actually working for me, and allows me to put them all together so I can upload it for you guys. So in the meantime, while I figure that out, I'm going to do this video today. There's my boy Phoenix, and as you can see, he's very anxious to get his veggies, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in his tank real quick and let him start munching on them. I'll put these on there first. I know, Chunk. Wait a minute, fatty. Come here. Move your butt out of the way. I hope this plate will fit in there. I've never actually put it on a plate before. Oh, maybe not. Nah, that'll work. There you go, fatty. Eat your food. Okay, so I usually don't put it on a plate in there. He's got an actual bowl for it, but I just had made it up quickly downstairs, and I had it on a plate, and I made enough for him to actually keep it on a plate. And it's kind of hot here today, so I don't want to leave it out on a bowl on the side like I usually do. I'll put a little bit in there, let him eat it, or I should say I'll fill his bowl up, which this is his normal bowl. I'll fill it up and mound it and then let him eat it, and then I'll fill it up again. But it's hot today, so I'm not gonna put the stuff on the side because it's just gonna wilt. Okay, so when I was working at the pet store, I had a lot of questions from people all the time, from them asking how to get their Beardies to eat vegetables. When Beardies are small, they're on 80% cricket or meat and 20% vegetable, which you will barely ever see a baby Beardie get into eating their vegetables. They usually start getting interested in them when they're usually in the juvenile stage. I would say it took him a little bit longer. He was about a year old when he started finally deciding to eat his vegetables, and when they become adults, the ratio then flips to 80% vegetable, 20% meat. So it's important that they start learning that the vegetables that you're putting in there are actually food. As far as the vegetable list goes, I can name a couple of them off, but there are so many of them. If you go online and just type in like Bearded Dragon fruit and vegetable feeding list, they'll give you pretty much everything that is safe and then unsafe as well. What I have for him right now is a mix of romaine lettuce, there's a little bit of broccoli, shaved carrots, and there's actually that piece right there underneath that carrot, that is shaved cucumber. And then, of course, calcium powder on the top, and then some freeze-dried mealworms. The key to getting your Beardies to eat their vegetables is a lot of recognition, because a lot of times, you know, when they're feeding off of insects, the bugs are moving around, and they're like, okay, well, I want to go get that. With the vegetables, on the other hand, well, they don't exactly move, so they're not really enticed to go down and eat it. So what I did with Phoenix to get him to start eating his vegetables is I would get a little bowl, and I would put it in there, and I'd put him down by it, and I would pick up each individual piece and feed it to him. And once he started realizing, hey, that green stuff kind of tastes pretty good, he was actually able to start realizing that even though it wasn't moving, it was a food source and that he could go down and eat it. Another trick that I tried with him was taking live waxworms and putting them underneath the leaves, and when they move around, the leaves move with them, and enticed him to go down and try to snag them and by accident get a piece of salad or something in his mouth. And then from there, he really started liking his salads. It's touch and go with them. A lot of people worry because they leave it in there and they don't touch it for a while. They're like, oh, he's going to starve, da-da-da-da. These guys aren't stupid. They're going to know that there's a food source down there. I mean, obviously change it out so that they don't wilt and, they don't get nasty and stuff. But they're not going to starve, and you need to be more stubborn than they are. Put it in there, move it around, hand feed them some pieces, and leave it in there. Don't just put it in there for a couple hours, take it out. Leave it in there all day, as long as it doesn't get gross, and they'll snack on it. And it won't be a lot at first. They might go down and take a couple bites, and then, leave it go. But eventually they'll get to the point where they will eat this whole salad. Like this salad with him, it looks a lot more than it is because it's on a plate and it's all flattened out. But this whole plate will last him all day. He won't eat the whole thing in one sitting. He'll eat some and then he'll go and bask for a while and then he'll come down and he'll eat some more. But it's, once you actually get them to start eating their vegetables, it's very easy to keep them in the vegetable mode. And the one thing that I've noticed with him is keeping a, variety for him. 1 week I'll feed him the romaine lettuce, and then next week I'll give him romaine lettuce and carrots, and then the next week I'll give him, let's say, kale and broccoli or something like that. It's always good to keep mixing up their food. They're just like us. They don't want to eat the same thing all the time. Other than that, there isn't really much to say about it besides, stick with it and eat your food. Mind your business. He's shedding right now. He's been going through a growth spurt. You could see on his back. If I can get it to zoom in. There you go. He's got like that patch on his back. He's going to be shedding, and then you get patches on his head. He's been going through a growth spurt. He's going to be 3 this November, and he's still gaining a lot of weight. He's going to be almost 500 grams. Yes, fatty, 500 grams. But just be consistent with it, guys, and don't give up. It's not impossible to get them to eat their vegetables. I know when they're little, they're stubborn little cusses, and, it might seem like they are never going to eat their vegetables, and I thought it with him too. I tried everything when he was little, to even trying to force a little piece in his mouth, and he would chew it up and spit it right back out. But when he became older and actually started getting that appetite for the vegetables and stuff, he now loves them. And as far as fruits go, oh my lord, you put a banana in front of this guy and he will try to devour the whole thing. I don't let him, of course, but he will try to. But other than that, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, any other video that you want me to upload, just let me know. Like I said, I'm trying to work on getting the video of how I made his custom fake rock inserts and stuff, and I've got tile down on the bottom. And let me just say one thing about tile. It is amazing. If you don't have tile on the bottom of your tank and you have sand, which you shouldn't, or carpet or something like that, make the switch to tile. You will not regret it. The cleanup is so amazingly easy. But anyway, rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I am trying to keep up on everything and make sure that I'm putting stuff out, so that's why I decided, it's taken me too long to do the rock insert